hot takes, hot brews, no filter, no fluff. It's the bearded coffee rant, and we've had enough.
Hello, picture this scene. There I am, holding my pint. Let's call it a humble 4.2% bitter. Nothing fancy. And here comes Dave, or Sue, or whoever decides my choice of beer is now their moral responsibility. And suddenly, it's not just a pint anymore. It's a referendum on my entire life. Because apparently, I'm ordering our normal, tasty, non-triple fermented, low pretension beer is now a crime against beer culture. And I think, mate, why the fuck are you policing my pint? We'll start with the classics.
Why aren't you having an IPA? Oh, come on. You can't just drink that lager. It's boring.
And the kicker, they say it like they're delivering a public service announcement. Excuse me, Dave, I didn't realise my palate required your certification. I didn't realise my taste buds were substandard because they prefer balance over bitterness. So fierce, it could strip paint. And every word feels like a tiny little jab.
You know they've got a 9% triple dry hop stout down here.
Yes, I know, and no, I don't want it. I want something I can finish without needing a lie down. And of course, it's not just the beer, it's the tone, the smug, self-appointed expert tone. It's like they went to a beer boot camp or something, and I'm the only recruit that failed the hop test. I take a sip of my pint, and suddenly it's a thesis.
You're missing the citrus notes, the pine infusion, the carefully curated barrel-aged undertones.
Mate, it's beer, not a dissertation. I wanted refreshment, not a fucking TED talk on hops. And then I started thinking about my coffee. That's right, coffee. Because coffee's safe, right? No one argues about coffee. You don't get grief for ordering a black coffee instead of a caramel latte. And yet here I am, defending my beer choice like it's in the Constitution. And then it escalates. They start imagining scenarios.
But if you tried the double IPA, you'd understand flavour.
And I roll my eyes. I imagine a world where everyone does everything the other person wants.
Oh, you're eating a sandwich? That's wrong. It doesn't pair with my salad. You're watching Netflix? That's inferior to my curated playlist of obscure Swedish shoegaze.
It's exhausting. And yet somehow beer is the hill they've chosen to die on. Because of course nothing else matters when your pint is judged by the collective hive mind of the pub opinion police. And I start questioning myself, is it me? Am I missing something? Is my taste broken? Then I sip the pint again and I realise, no, it's them. My choice is perfectly valid. I like what I like. If my beer doesn't taste like regret in a can, that's victory. That's joy. That's sanity. And honestly, the pint I like doesn't need your fucking approval. Doesn't need to impress anyone. It just needs to exist. And in that moment, I reclaim my right to enjoy my beer quietly, confidently, and without guilt. Let's talk about why people feel the need to give grief in the first place. It's social hierarchy, status signalling.
I know better than you, therefore you are inferior.
And I get it. We all want to feel knowledgeable, but there's a line. And that line is drawn across the top of my pint. My enjoyment is not an open debate. It's not a platform for lecture. It's not an invitation to prove your beer's superiority. And somehow, by the time this person finishes explaining the 17 ways my beer is inadequate, I've stopped listening because enjoyment is subjective and theirs isn't better than mine, it's just louder. I've started noticing patterns. Always the same fucking people. Always the same tone. Always the same tired lines.
You need to taste this one. This one's life-changing. I can't believe you chose that.
And I realise these people aren't improving your life. They're performing for themselves. They want to feel elite. And the quickest way to do that is to belittle your choices. Meanwhile, I'll sip my pint and I'll smile. Because I'm not on their stage. I'm in my own world. And it tastes fucking fantastic. And here's the thing, it doesn't end. Every pub, every festival, every casual drink, someone, somewhere will give you grief every single time. It's fucking relentless. You start expecting it. You even prepare for it. Ah yes, the mandatory commentary on my choice of beer. You sip calmly, nod politely, smile. And then, when they turn their back, you savour your pint like a rebel, like a small, quiet act of defiance. And then you tell your mates about it, because misery loves company. And then suddenly your beer becomes a story and your enjoyment doubles. So a quick takeaway halfway through this pile of bollocks. Drink what you like, enjoy what you enjoy, taste what matters to you, not them. If someone gives you grief about it, that's their problem, not yours. Because at the end of the day, beer is a joy. Beer is comfort. Beer is social glue, not a fucking battlefield, not a hierarchy, and definitely not an opportunity for someone else to feel superior. Sip, smile, repeat. Fucking phone went. Where the fuck was I? Let's go from here. And when they lecture, just think about your pint and sip and smile again. Now, let's talk about the person who insists on critiquing every single choice you make. Human embodiment of sour hops and self-righteous indignation. And we all know a person like that, don't we? They wander into the pub like they own the place, eyes scanning for victims. And you just know your pint is next.
Why are you drinking that?
They sneer.
That's a weak pint. That's amateur hour. That's kindergarten for your taste buds.
Excuse me? Excuse me? I didn't realise my beer choice was a direct attack on your fucking ego. I didn't know that by enjoying a pint that actually tastes good, I was committing a crime against the craft beer elite. Mate, shut up. I don't care about your triple dry hop monstrosity. I don't care about your 12% existential nightmare in a glass. I care about my sanity, my taste buds, and my right to drink what I want without being verbally assaulted. It's always the intellectual snobs that make it worse. The ones who just can't enjoy a beer without explaining in painstaking detail the subtle notes of citrus, hints of pine resin, and whispers of regret you're apparently missing. Listen to me. It's beer, not a chemistry experiment, not a seminar, not an audition to join your imaginary club of enlightened drinkers. I don't care if you think your palate is refined. I don't care if you've read the entire IPA manual backwards while meditating on a mountain. You are not better than me. You're loud, you're wrong, and you're annoying, and I will not be lectured over my fucking pint. And don't even get me started on beer festivals. Yes, we're going back there again. You show up thinking, maybe, just maybe, people will mind their own pints. Nope. You're assaulted by people who think tasting your drink is the same as tasting your soul.
Oh, have you tried double barrel aged unicorn IPA? No, missing the point of existence.
Mate, I don't care. I want a pint I can enjoy, not a lecture on existential hops. And yet here they are, sniffing, twirling, judging, and acting like my life is incomplete because I didn't order a 14% fruit salad in a glass. Beer festivals are purgatory, pure, concentrated purgatory. Always the same types. The posers, the wannabe sommeliers, the people who'd never met a pint they didn't want to turn into a life lesson. And here's the kicker. They think it's their job to fix your palate, to rescue you from mediocrity.
Oh, you shouldn't drink that. It's pedestrian. I'd choose this instead.
No, 1,000 times no. My taste buds are not a project. My pint is not your classroom. I don't need your guidance. I don't need your pity. I need you to shut your fucking mouth, step back, and maybe, just maybe, mind your own fucking beer business. Seeing stars. And when they insist, when they push, when they wag their finger at my pint like it's a misdemeanour, that's the exact moment I lean in, I sip my beer and feel the pure, unadulterated satisfaction of knowing that they are wrong. Completely, undeniably wrong. And if they open their fucking mouth again, I might just throw some frozen hops at them. Then it comes to the mental gymnastics, the explanations, the theories that you
I simply don't understand how to taste properly.
lectures. Suddenly my pint is a battleground. Suddenly my enjoyment is a test. Suddenly I'm the idiot for ordering a beer that tastes good. And here's the thing, I do understand. I understand balance. I understand flavour. I understand what it's like. And I also understand that their convoluted, ego-driven, unnecessarily complex tasting notes mean nothing if the beer is undrinkable, unpleasant, or tastes like piss. So I stare, I sip, and I seethe. And I wonder why people insist on turning a simple pleasure into a gladiatorial arena of arrogance. And it's always the triple, double, quadruple, dry-hopped monstrosities. The ones that hit you like a freight train, smell like a chemical factory, and are somehow meant to teach you humility.
You haven't experienced craft until you've had this.
They declare, chest puffed out. Really? Really? I've had craft beer. I've had good craft beer. I've had beers that respect my palate. And yet you keep shoving your barrel-aged monstrosities under my nose like it's a moral compass. Newsflash. Forcing someone to drink something they don't enjoy does not elevate craft beer. It just makes you insufferable. And that, my friends, is your fucking legacy. And here's the beauty. The glorious, vindicating truth. The simple pint wins every time. The pint you actually like. The pint that tastes good. The pint that doesn't require a TED Talk to enjoy. Because while they're busy flexing their hop credentials, swirling their glass like they're extracting secrets from the universe, I'm enjoying my beer. Calmly, confidently, smiling, laughing, living, and somehow, that pisses them off more than anything else. That's victory. That's power. That's the art of enjoying your pint while they choke on their own fucking pretension. Sweating. But let me wrap this up before this coffee break turns into a full-blown revolution. Your beer is your choice. My beer is my choice. Your choice is valid. Your grief about mine is irrelevant. If you feel the need to critique, to judge, to educate me on my taste buds, then congratulations. You've revealed more about yourself than about my pint. And frankly, I don't need that kind of negativity. I need a pint. I need enjoyment. I need my sanity. So here's the final, angry, non-negotiable, uncut, bitter truth. Mind your fucking pint business. Let me drink what I like. Let me enjoy my beer. Let me exist without your unsolicited criticism. And if you have a problem with that, well, go sit your 12% triple dry hop IPA smoothie somewhere else. I'll be over here calmly, blissfully enjoying my pint and smiling at the fucking audacity of your nonsense.